We just studied the Sutram 33117 Karanadikaranayoscha. Anuvritti of Karanadikaranayōho goes down to the Sutram which we are going to study now, which is 33118. The next Sutram in the Ashtadhyayi order. This Sutram says Pumsi Sanyayang Ghaf Prayena. The Vritti of this Sutram says Punlingayoho Karanadikaranyor Abhidheyayor Dhator Ghasyat Prayena Samudayena Chet Sanyagamyate, which means that to derive a word which is to be used in the masculine gender and which denotes either the instrument or the locus of the action, the affix gha is used, but prayena. Prayena means generally, not all the time. So it is not exclusively used, but it is generally used. Provided samudayana chet sanyagamyate, that the word so derived by adding this affix should denote a proper name. It should not be adjective to something else. It should be a proper name in its own right. So the entire meaning of the sutram is to denote the instrument or locus of the action, which is karanadikaranayōho, abhidheyayoho. Abhidheyayoho means when they are to be denoted, means either the instrument or the locus of the action is to be denoted, then the affix gha is generally used following a verbal root, provided the word so derived is used in the masculine gender as a proper name. Now, what is the function of the letter gha as a marker in the affix gha? The Kashika says, Ghakaraha chaderghe dvipasargasya iti visheshanarthaha. This sutram chaderghe dvipasargasya is number 6496. In fact, that's going to be our next sutram. In that sutram, Panini needs to refer to this affix. Now, if the affix were only a, then how would Panini make sure that the affix is referring to is the one prescribed by 33118? So that is why Panini uses the letter gha as a marker to distinguish this affix from any other akaraha. The affix is only a akaraha, but Panini puts the marker gha to distinguish it, so that way he can refer to this specific affix in the Sutram 6496, which is chaderghe dvipasargasya. So Panini has used the letter gha as it in the affix gha, so that he may be able to refer to the specific affix in the Sutram 6496, which is chaderghe dvipasargasya. Okay, let's take one example here in sense of adhikarane. We'll take adhikarane first, because when we take the example in the sense of karane, we require one more sutram. So before going there, let us finish the example in the sense of adhikarane. The example here is akurvantyasmin nityakaraha. Akurvanti asmin iti akaraha, which means that the place where people come and do their work. Tattvabodhini says, Etya kurvantyasmin vyavaharam ityakaraha utpatti sthanam. So etya means having arrived, having come there. Kurvanti asmin vyavaharam. They do their business or their work or their job in this place. That is akaraha. Utpatti sthanam, the place of origin, the place where we find minerals, etc. So it's a mine. Derived from the verbal root kru, which of course we know, declaring karane, in composition with the upasarga ang. Or one more way to derive this is from the verbal root kru vikshepe. In that case, the vigraha vakyam is akiryante dhatavotre tyakaraha. So that in which these minerals are scattered around is akaraha, which means a mine. Derived from the verbal root kru vikshepe athava nikshepe, from the tudadiganaha, in composition with the same upasarga ang. Khanehe sanyeyam, which means khanehe sanyayam. So this is a proper noun in the sense of a mine. It means khanihi, a mine. Derivation is quite straightforward. We start by ang plus either kru or kru, depending on which vigraha vakyam we use. Bring in the affix gha by 33118. Umsi sanyayang ghaf prayena. because we're deriving a masculine noun in the sense of the locus of the action, adhikarane. Remove the letter, the beginning ghakara of the affix gha gets its sanya by the shakvatadjite, the ending ngakara of the upsarga ang gets its sanya by halantyam tasya lopaha. So we have a plus either kr or kr plus a. Now gunadesha, because this affix gha has a sanya of ardhadhatukam by ardhadhatukam sheshaha 34114. So we apply sarvadhataka ardhadhatuka yoho and uranraparaha. So we get a kar a and a kara gets the pratipadika sanya by krit tadita samasascha 1 to 46, declined like ram shabdaha. A couple of other examples in the sense of adhikarane. Niliyate sminniti nilayaha, aliyate sminnityalayaha. So niliyate asmin iti nilayaha, aliyate asmin iti alayaha. Derived from the verbal root li, which is li shleshane, from the kriyadikanaha, in composition with the upasarga either ni or ang. Ni li and ali, they mean to settle down, so that in which a person settles down. So it means a home, graham. So we say noun meaning home. So this is another example in the sense of adhikarane. Okay, now let's take a look at an example in the sense of karane, the instrument of the action. Dantaschhadyante neneti dantachhadaha, that by which the teeth are covered. So it means a lip. Derived from the verbal root chad, which is chada apavarane, from the churadiganaha, in composition with the object danta. Because just the term chada does not convey a sanya, it is not a proper noun. We have to compound it with the object danta. Dantachhadaha means a lip. Remember this sutram 33118, pumsi sanyayam gafprayena. We have to have a sanya shabdaha. The derived word should be a proper name. Unless we have that, we cannot bring in this affix gha. That is why we need the composition with the object danta in this case in order to get the proper name meaning lip. So we start a derivation by chad plus nich, because this verbal root is from the churadikanaha. So by 3125, which in the end says churadibhyo nich. Bring in the affix nich. Any verbal root from the churadikanaha cannot be used unless and until we add the affix nich by 3125. Remove these letters. The beginning nakaraha gets its sanya by chutu, ending chakaraha gets its sanya by halantyam tasya lopaha. We get chad e, and then we do ata upadhayaha. The upadha, the penultimate akaraha of chad, gets the vridhyadeshaha by the sutram 7116 ata upadhayaha, because the affix nich has the letter n as a marker. So we get chadi, which gets the dhatu sanya by sanadyanta dhatavaha 3132. And now we bring in the affix gha, following this verbal root chadi, in composition with the object danta. Now remember that we have to use the shashti vibhakti, the sixth case affix, with the object as per 2365 kartrikarmanoho kriti. So we have danta plus am. Am is the shashti bahuvachana pratyayaha. Danta am chadi a. Remove the letter gakara is sanya by the shakvatadite tasya lopaha. So we get danta am chadi a. And now the nich affix takes lopaha by nera niti, because we have the affix a, which of course cannot take the augment it. It is not a valaya pratyayaha. It has a sanya of ardhadhatukam by 34114 ardhadhatukam sheshaha. So we apply 6451 nera niti anirada vardhadhatuke pare ner lopasyat. So now we have danta am chad a. At this point, we have to do a rasvadesha. We have to make chad into chad. For that, we need the sutram 6496, which is chaderghe dvipasargasya. That will be our next sutram, so we can complete this form and get the form dantachada.